The Family Life Kids Corner podcast is made possible by listeners like you.
All right, I'm not looking forward to this episode.
Way to sell it, Travis. What's the problem?
It's about love.
So? We talk about love all the time.
Yeah, but it's an episode in February.
What's that? Oh no. Valentine's Day. How do we stop the episode from starting?
Too late.
She's coming in for a stop. Pit crew, ready.
Ready, sir.
Go, go, go.
Hey guys, how do I look out there?
Not bad, Sage. You're holding your position, and with an aggressive push at the end, you might have a shot at the podium.
Brian, tires.
Right, sorry.
That's not what I meant. I mean, is the car shiny enough? Is my handling smooth and natural? Are the cameras catching me at the best angles?
What are you talking about? What's that got to do with racing?
Everything, if you're trying to get attention.
Attention? Attention doesn't win races.
But it does win hearts.
Hearts?
That's right. I am determined to catch the eye of Ramon Rafael Rodriguez.
You don't mean the world-renowned champion of racing history?
The same. He has box seats for the race, and this is my chance to help him see there's a new girl in town. And she's got a number he should write down.
Really? A story about a girl whose main goal isn't being good at what she does and is willing to give up her career and dreams for a guy?
Hey, this is my daydream. I'll imagine whatever I want, thank you very much.
Having engine trouble, Sage?
No, why?
Because if you don't get out of the pit in the next 3 seconds, we're gonna get lapped.
Oh, right. Bye, guys.
You think she's gonna make it?
Probably. It is her daydream after all.
So what do we do now?
Radio program?
Sounds good to me.
All right, Olin, we're ready for another test run.
Okay, racers in place.
On your marks, get set, go!
Whoa! What is going on over there?
Hey Sage, check out the Pinewood Derby track.
The what?
It's a racetrack that kids race wooden cars down.
The scout troop in town asked me to look the track over to work out some bugs.
Yeah, and that means lots and lots of test runs. Come on, grab a car.
No thanks. I think I'll just sit on the couch and hang out if that's okay.
Fine with me. What do you think for the next race, Mr. Bryan? Old Blue and Dragonfly?
I don't know. We haven't seen the Cobra make a run yet.
Good point. He can go up against the General Grant.
Why don't you guys set up for the next race? I'll be right back.
You got it. I'm gonna check these sensors.
Is everything all right, Sage? You're not usually one to skip out on stuff like this.
I'm okay, Mr. Jacobs. I'm just thinking about stuff.
Anything I can help with?
Well, maybe. You're a guy. You know what they're like, right?
I suppose. You have a question?
Sort of. Let's say a girl likes a guy and she wants to get to be his Valentine. What should she do to make that happen?
Oh, I see. Well, I don't know if I've prepared for that kind of question.
You don't have a Bible verse or anything?
Can't say I do at the moment, but I'll give it some thought.
All right. Can I listen to the radio while you think about it?
Sounds fair to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the winner of our test driving, the one, the only, Dragonfly.
Congratulations, sir. We'll be following your career with great interest.
Let's interview the fans. You, ma'am, Olin from Pinewood Review. What can you say about this fantastic upset?
I'm not upset, Olin, and to be honest, I'm not really all that interested in your race cars at the moment. I'm waiting for an answer from Mr. Jacobs.
Still thinking about it, Sage.
What's the question? Maybe we can help.
Mr. Bryan's right. Mr. Jacobs isn't the only one who can give advice.
Okay, why not? There's a guy at school, Ramon, and I really like him. I want to know how I can get him to like me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much help a trio of bachelors will be with this kind of thing.
Well, technically Mr. Jacobs is dating, so he might know more than us.
He is?
It's complicated. But back to the question about what the Bible says about these things. God doesn't give us dating advice in His Word per se, but what He does do is give us stories that we can learn from.
Complicated?
What kinds of stories?
Stories like Ruth, Abigail, and Rebecca. All of these girls showed wisdom and kindness to others. It's these kinds of traits that led them to marry great men in the Bible.
Oh, so if I want to make Ramon like me, I should do all kinds of good things?
Sure. It's like how we get God to like us.
Not at all, Olin.
No?
No, we don't get God to like us. He likes us from the start.
Brian's right. God's love isn't a matter of attraction or impressing God.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, instead of God's love, you know what? I might have a script that can explain. Interested?
A script about love?
Sure.
Great. I'll go get it.
But what about the derby track?
We can mess around with it until he gets back, Olin. Come on.
And I'll listen to the radio.
And now, from the garage of Lionel Jacobs comes the epic drama, The Gold Ring, an adapted biblical parable about God's love. Once upon a time, in a world of fairies and goblins, there was a master jeweler.
Mel's the name. I have perfected the art of turning gold and gems into treasures, the likes of which have never been seen.
Throughout the land and beyond, her reputation spread, and soon all manner of royalty was knocking at her door.
We beg your pardon, milady, but me and my 6 dwarf brothers, miners by trade, were wondering if you could use these gemstones to make us a ring each.
7 rings for 7 dwarfs? I think that should be all right. I've got a few orders ahead of you at the moment. 3 for the elf lords.
Pardon me, I'm here to pick up the 9 rings we had on order.
I see. Name?
It would be under the Kings of Men?
Right, here you are.
Over the years, she created thousands of masterpieces, and they were all very good. But one day she settled into her work stool and created the most beautiful, most valuable, most unique creation of all. Into it, she poured her love and mastery and her will to demonstrate her power.
1 ring above them all.
My Mel, what a trinket to be sure. Perfect without compare is what I'd say.
No doubt about it. Who is that for? They must have paid a king's ransom for it.
It's not a commission. I created this one for my own pleasure.
Mel wore her masterful ring every day, never taking it off. But one day, something happened that Mel did not intend. The ring slid off her finger while she was working, and when she glanced down to admire it, as she often did, she realized with great horror,
Lost? My precious ring! It's lost!
she looked under tables and chairs, under the rugs and in the cupboards.
I say, about our new order.
Not now. Just help me. We must find it.
Okay. What are we looking for?
It's not here. Keep looking. I had it this morning. It can't have gone far.
After she looked in all the normal places, she had to get creative. She got out a broom and started sweeping. Then she went to the basement and looked there, cleaning every inch of the shop.
Is she all right in there? She seems pretty broken up.
I don't think so. It's sorrow, man.
But at long last,
I found it. It's mine. It came to me. Come on in, everyone. Let's party.
Now, about that order.
No admittances except on party business. I'm so happy. Let's get some music going in here. It's time to celebrate.
the moral is, you were created by God to be His masterpiece. But because of your sin, you have fallen away from Him. But He values you so much that He would not rest until you were found again. And when you do come back to Him, He celebrates like a jeweler who has found his masterpiece again.
All right, Lionel, that seems to be everything packed away. Do you want me to drop it off in the lodge for you? I really don't mind.
That's fine, Brian. I've got it.
Hey, Mr. Jacobs, I've got a question about what we've been talking about today.
Okay, Olin, what can I help you with?
Well, I understood the drama script and everything, but I guess I was wondering where the Bible talks about this stuff.
There are several places the Bible talks about God's love for us. The most famous verses being John 3:16 and Romans 5:8, where God tells us that because He loves us so much, even when we didn't want anything to do with Him, He died for us.
Yeah, and just like we can't earn God's love, there's nothing we can do to make Him stop loving us either.
Romans 8:39.
Okay, that's a lot to think about.
Tell you what, help me load the Pinewood Derby track into the truck, and then you and I can look at more verses to talk about this.
How about you, Sage? You look like you're deep in thought.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of still thinking about Ramon and what you said the Bible told us about that kind of thing. No offense, but I'm not really sure it was helpful.
All right. Well, can I share something God taught me that might help?
Sure.
When I was closer to your age, there was a girl that I liked very much. I asked her out on dates, gave her gifts, but in the end, she told me that she just wasn't interested.
What was she, crazy? You're awesome.
Who can say? Anyway, I asked God what I had to do to get her to love me in return. And that's when he made me realize that I shouldn't want to make anyone love me. That wouldn't be love. After all, God doesn't make us love him. We have to decide to love him ourselves.
So I shouldn't try to get Ramon's attention then.
That's probably a question best left for your parents to answer. All I'll say is, you've got a bit of time to figure these things out. Don't let anyone rush you.
Thanks, Mr. Jacobs. I won't. I'll go talk to them about it now.
Good idea. Before you go, could you do one thing for me?
Sure.
Want to turn off the radio?
Oh, right. No problem.
Thanks for listening to the Kids Corner podcast. If you had fun listening, be sure to share it with your friends. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can join us every week. The Kids Corner and other Family Life podcasts are made possible by your financial support. Learn more at familylife.org.